and what it means to you as an institution and as individuals. As you requested, this will be a brief ceremony. There will be no profound poems, no guest singers, no readings from ancient texts. Today, instead, is a brief reflection back to you of why we are here today in your own words. The first question I asked when we discussed today was, why get married? And without pause, you began the conversation with the immediate, clear, and powerful response of taxes. You then elaborated a shared financial and civic life. Romantic stuff, you two. Katie, when asked why get married, you dodged the question like a professional martial artist by pivoting to your mixed feelings about the convention of marriage. Marty, you answered first by shrugging and then grinning for several seconds, and then you elaborated, well, the marriage is inevitable, and then went on to describe how you figured this would always happen to you. Harmoniously, you then both expressed a shared anxiety about marriage as an institution, and then described even greater discomfort about getting married in front of people. Okay. Katie and Marty, how do you want to get married? Katie? Flats, pants, and no makeup. Marty? Not in a way that stresses me out or keeps me up too late. Okay. Having thoroughly explored the institution of marriage during this symposium, the next great truth we tackled was, what do you want the ceremony to be like? And again, you were unified in your answer. I don't know. As the person charged with writing this ceremony, this was clearly ideal material to work with for people wanting a ceremony describing the legal and financial union between two introverts for tax purposes. Remind me never to officiate your wedding again. But everybody here today knows where this story is going, so I'm not giving anything away by saying these two just needed to warm up a little bit. It took a minute to get it out of them, but Katie and Marty know exactly why they gathered us here today. Beyond tax benefits and an early bedtime, you two described this whole affair as a deeply personal thing between the two of you and deeply private. You spoke equally of today as something shared with your greater community of, quote, our public celebration of the unit of us. By the way, what a great term, unit of us. And then there were these words, striking, concise, and complete. You are here today to make an outward sign of inward commitment. You two are amazingly eloquent after a couple of beers. Marty, when asked why get married, you described marriage as inevitable and always expected this, like one always expects the electric bill. And then you got amps, you got excited in that way that only you can get excited, and everybody else around you is suddenly stoked too. About marrying the person standing here, the person, quote, I want to do that with, to learn with and to grow with, the person I've been like, golly yeah, about getting married. Then to Katie, you said, you're the person I want to fill that role, and that's a golly big deal. I think you all know that the word wasn't golly that Marty used. And then you nailed the critical point, and she brought me pizza today. Katie, you said, I have mixed feelings about marriage. It is a convention I'm not particularly attached to. And then once you got around to the very real pressures of tradition, you began using that tone I've heard every time we get into a serious conversation, a tone I'm sure many other hearers have heard too in the audience, when you say something profound in this really understated way that just makes all of us stop and pause and think. Katie, quote, you want to make a commitment in front of your communities, and that today is the best way I know to express outwardly that deep feeling of partnership for the person I chose, and that this is the person that I want to do that with. And finally, that we do not exist in a vacuum. We exist with and for the people in our communities, friends, families, and colleagues, the people that we love. And there it is, a private thing with a whole lot of us cheering you on all together. You two have cast aside the whole parts of this getting married tradition that are burdensome. Well, you kept at the core the best part, the core part, the right part, and you have done brilliantly in making it your own. The marriage of Katie and Marty is a deeply private commitment to each other, the creation of a unit of us, and an inherent part of that is joining all of us together here. And so let us all welcome each other to what Marty named the official start of your lives together, and what Katie named the public celebration and the public declaration and celebration of us. Katie and Marty, each of us thinks so highly of you as individuals and as a team. Thank you for having us with you here today. And as we are here to join you, so you join us all together. We who are gathered here today, who are, in your words, the people who hold us up, who hold us accountable, to be part of our ups and downs, to remind us of what we said here today. We all know you as sincere, thoughtful, and impressive. We also know you as equally as warm, genuine, and kind. All of these good qualities in you as individuals have become even more true since you became an unofficial unit of us. So let's make it official. Marty and Katie, before I hand this off to you, I want to reflect one last thing back from our kitchen table conversation. Your responses to my final question of, do you want to get married? Katie responded, I want to be married to him, very much. Marty responded, this is going to be a sick adventure. Would the ring bearers please come forward?
Yay!
Hi everyone. Hi. We wrote our vows together, so we're just gonna go back and forth and read them to each other because we meant the same things. We agreed on these. So Marty, I promise to listen to you and to communicate openly and honestly.
I promise to learn from you and to share with you.
I'll show you that I love you every day.
And kiss you when you walk through the door.
That's a mistake. You fix it. Oh yeah, okay. So in this life, we know we're both gonna grow. We're both gonna change, and I promised that I will respect and trust your process through that growth and change.
That'll be hard sometimes. And I commit to actively be your companion.
I'll take your family and your friends as my own.
And maintain a safe and nurturing home with you.
I promise to honor you as my other person.
To be your partner.
And to
be on your team.
On your team. And then we'll hand this back to Mike. May we?
Yeah.
And then so we're gonna wear these rings.
We're gonna wear these rings.
To remember that.
To remember.
Yeah.
Marty, I guess I don't need to give you permission to kiss the bride. And to both of you, so many of us have got your back. You're gonna do great. Let us know what you need. Because with the power you have invested in all of us, we all pronounce you married.
You did it! You did it! You did it!
The food is ready. We're gonna go away for a minute. We'll see everybody soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yeah.